welcome back to my channel. I have another Halloween tutorial for you. I posted a photo of me doing this look on my Instagram page and I asked if some friends would like me to do a tutorial on this, so here it is. So let's just get started. Okay, so for this skeleton look, you are going to need a foundation that's slightly lighter than your face, or you could use white face paint, whatever you'd like. I'm using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup in 2N1. You're going to need a super light setting powder. I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in 100 translucent. You are going to need a black pencil. You could use black face paint if you have it. I am using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, as well as the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk for my white. You could also use white face paint. I am using one brush, and this is the Loud Makeup 09 crease brush. A black eyeliner, a black eyeshadow. I'm using the one from this palette right here. You can use any black eyeshadow you have. And a setting spray if you want your makeup to last all night. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my foundation. And once that's on, I'm going to use the same brush and set it with the powder. Okay, so now that we have our base, I'm going to start with the Black Bean pencil by NYX and map out where I want to put the black, or anything that's black. So I'm going to outline my eyes. Oh. The camera cut out there. So I'm just drawing half moons on either side of my eye and then a line around the top of my head. I am then going to draw a line from here all the way across. You want to kind of go a little bit above your natural cheekbone and kind of curl it down. And then that's all the black I'm going to do for right now, and I'm going to fill this in right now. Okay, so now that we have that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to blend that in with this brush to make sure that there are no white marks peering through and that the product is evenly distributed. And then on the top, I'm gonna blend this out into my hairline. And I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. and add some shading just above the eye with whatever's left on my brush. Okay, so now for the nose, you kind of want to make a triangle shape. And fill that in. You can cover your entire nose if you'd like. I only cover probably 3/4 of my nose. And then with that brush, I'm just gonna blend it. That's the nose. Okay, so before we go into details, we're gonna draw out the mouth. On either side, you kind of just want to make like a, connect it to the top and make it like a C. Like that, and leave this bare because we'll blend some of the black into that. This entire look is about shading and highlighting. So you want to shade parts that you want to look that are concaved, just like how we do with contouring. This is just in a more extreme version. So now that we have the shape basically mapped out, we're gonna go in and start on the mouth. With the mouth, I start with the teeth, and all I do is make little squares, and then I go from there, so you'll see. These are obviously your molars, so you can make them a little bit bigger. You do want to make sure you leave a space in between each tooth for the shading. So that's the top row, and now we're going to go on to the bottom row. What you want to do is draw the roots of your teeth. So for that, I just draw a faded line up from each tooth. And then same goes for the bottom teeth. You just want to draw a line down. Just like that. Now for shading in between the teeth, I'm going to use my eyeliner. add some black in between each tooth. We will be going over this with black eyeshadow, so don't worry if it's sloppy. Now that you have that, what I like to do is put a line from the edge of your mouth all the way through the other teeth. And then on the inner part of your lips, a little black. And that just helps the teeth stand out just a little bit more. Okay, so now for shading in between the teeth, I'm going to take this brush. I was using the other one, but I'm going to use this one now. And you're going to pick up any black eyeshadow you have and very lightly feather it up from your teeth. And there are your teeth to start with. I'm going to go back in with this blending brush and blend this closer to my teeth. And kind of make an end where like your chin would end, or if you were to make this weird face, where your chin kind of indents. What's great about using these pencils instead of face paint is that they don't really dry, so you have a ton of working time with them, whereas face paint, there's not a lot of wiggle room when you use it. Okay, so I'm now going to take some concealer, I forgot to mention, and just any places that I would like to not have as much black, I'm going to dab some concealer on them. Just for an extra dimension. Okay, so now we can start going in and actually adding details to our look. So I use the eyeliner pen for this, and I'm just gonna go slightly above that line that we made. On either side. Put some lines around the eye. If you would like, you can add some frowning or some forehead lines, frowning lines. And then you can also add in some cracks to your skull. And how I did this was literally just start from wherever you want to go and wiggle your eyeliner pencil down and make little cracks all over. Wherever you want your cracks to be. Then I'm just going to go in with that blending brush that still has a lot of black product on it and slightly go over each of those lines just to make them not so harsh and add a little shadow underneath all of them. Okay, so now that you have that, you want to go in and highlight. So again, using that milk pencil, I'm just gonna right under that line draw white. Basically, any line that you draw on your face has to have a highlight. And then if it's too strong or too much of a contrast, you can always just go back in with that pencil or that blending brush and just soften it up a little bit. Again, add some shadows. You can add some shadows to the side of the nose, drag it down a little bit. Underneath the nose so that it kind of blends in with the teeth a little bit more. And that's basically the face of my skeleton. I would recommend setting it with a setting spray so that it stays all day. So I like to do that first, and then what I'm going to do to help it stay even more is set anything that's black with a black eyeshadow. So especially for me, things that I would definitely need to set are my eyes because they do tend to crease. As you can see, some of the color is coming off of my eyelid. So I'm just going to go in with a black eyeshadow. And this also helps to mattify everything because I do find that the NYX pencil does have a little bit of a sheen. And this way, it just mattifies everything and makes sure that it doesn't crease. You can also set other places too and use this powder as kind of like added dimension if you want to, just to add extra dimension up here on your forehead so that you don't have a distinct hairline if you want, if you are going to wear your hair up. You can also add it to here to just help fade all of this together. And that is the final look. I'm going to now go on to my neck. And how I started this was using the white first to make the bones. So I started, and this is not going to be an accurate representation of your bones. So, I mean, you really just want to do something that looks like bones. I mean, it's not necessarily going to be correct, but that's okay. And granted, you may not want to do this. You may want to just wear all black and have your face painted, and that's totally fine too. I'm just showing you this as an option. Again, you don't need to be super neat with this. Like, I'm not trying to make straight lines here, because we're gonna go in with black and eventually shade it, so. And obviously you can keep going if you'd like. I'm gonna stop there. Then you are going to just add in the black using just the same pencil, super easy. I just draw little strokes like this. And then I'm gonna go in with that brush and blend that all out. This way it adds a little gray whenever it hits the white. And it doesn't look as neat, which is fine, because you kind of maybe want like a messy look. And that's that. And then what I would recommend for the bones is also setting it with, you can use white eyeshadow for the white and then black eyeshadow for the black as well. And then that just can add some extra dimension too when you put the eyeshadow in. Just like that. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This is the finished look. If you have any questions about this look, or if you recreate this look, please share it with me. I'd love to see it. And I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween.